everybody, this is Bernie, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the process of recovery and how it may play a different role than what we think. Um, I'm a recovering compulsive gambler, but I'm also someone who is constantly recovering. Addiction rears its head in many ways, and one of the things that makes that clear is something called PAWS, which is what you're, without me speaking or saying anything, I'm going to present some things on the screen in a little bit with music in the background, and it's just for consideration. PAWS and anhedonia, which is basically a lack of interest, fit together like a glove. Now, the research for PAWS, post-acute withdrawal syndrome, is in early stages, so there's not a lot of information on it, but there is, however, a lot of information on the things that have been seen with the addictions as far as substance abuse, where relapses happen because there's still receptors in the brain that were created from the addiction to receive dopamine, and dopamine is part of that process. Much of what you'll see here can be verified by something that is a video called Pleasure Unwoven. One of the problems that sometimes comes into play is that these PAWS, the post-acute withdrawal syndromes, can last for a very long time. If a person's in abstinence, then PAWS probably isn't necessarily there, and ego and other things take on the process. That is something to consider. Anyway, as you listen to the music and see some things posted, consider an open mind to recovery not being as much what somebody tells you to do, as much as the rules, as it is about working on yourself and finding your own path. Recovery is possible, and it is something that does not come easy. The first 2 years, 3 years, 4 years can be very difficult because of the heavy level of PAWS. But that is a balancing out and a return to something that is healthy if we allow it to be. But in my experience, it is something that requires me to be willing to not be the center, not be the one that's got to always be right or wrong, but also someone who's willing to listen when somebody with more experience has seen something happen. Some addictions are predatory in nature and need treatment before they can do meetings. Often you'll see people go into rehab to get the drug and alcohol out of their system. The same applies with some process addictions. They need treatment before getting into meetings, or all it is opening them up to continually using their addiction within the recovery process. It's something that, from my experience, ties into something called the 13th step, which is where people who come into recovery tend to use others to fulfill a need that goes beyond the addiction they came in for. With that, I'll leave you to the video with music. Thanks.